Alright, so first thing is first, we're going to come to the door. We're going to open the door up. Inside here, or inside here, there's going to be a sticker. Now, each of these actually should say, let me put my stuff down. Each of these should say what your original tire size is, which in this case is 265/70/16, both front and rear, and also the spare. The P here stands for passenger, where an LT tire is a light truck. In this case, I actually have different tires on this truck, but anyway, you may have a different front and rear, especially if you have a sports car of some sort, and you may have a compact spare, which most vehicles have. This vehicle actually has a full-size spare, and each of these readings here is your tire pressure in both kilopascals and PSI. As you can see, they all recommend 35. Now, I believe this here is actually the VIN sticker, or the vehicle identification number sticker, and this actually has the tire information right here. Just turn it sideways. And what your PSI rating is of each of them. Now, this is actually the vehicle's vehicle identification sticker, whereas this was added on after. I believe this was added on when the vehicle was brought to Canada, because my vehicle is actually a U.S. import. It is in miles. Alright, so we're over at the tire now. And so what we can do, now I'm going to use my big gauge because I trust it more. But what we need to do is, here is called the Schrader valve, or the valve stem. So there's usually a little cap on here. If there isn't a cap and you just see this metal bit here, you should go somewhere, your local auto parts store or wherever. A lot of tire stores might just even give one to you because they have so many lying around. And get another one of these to put it back on, because this prevents the little Schrader valve in here from getting junk in it and whatnot, and that's obviously not good. So we're going to take our tire pressure gauge. I'll use the little one actually to demonstrate. What we do is we put it on straight and we push it really hard and then let it go. And we see that it pushes this thing out enough to the point where it says 40. And this thing feels like it's leaking actually, but same principle. Basically, you put it on, push, and hold, let it go. This one says pretty much the exact same thing, right about 40. Now, the reason I have my tires at 40 instead of 35, like the vehicle manufacturer recommends, is because I have the same size of tire, but my truck is a 6-ply or light truck duty tire. Actually, I think this is an 8-ply tire. Either way, this tire is actually more heavy duty and is designed to run more pressure. So running a low pressure in this tire will actually wear it out faster. But if this had the stock passenger rated tire on it, you'd want this at 35 PSI. So check your vehicle manufacturer's specifications and do not over or under inflate. If they're too full, they can burst on you when you're driving down the road. If they're too low, you can actually have a blowout. So, because excessive loading and low pressure is the #1 cause of tire failure. Alright, so now we know how to check the tire pressures. So if you never need to add air, what you do is you just go to a gas station or something, because most of you won't have a compressor like me. Put the little nozzle on the end and squeeze the trigger, and it'll inflate the tire with air. Now, keep checking to make sure you're not overfilling your tire, and if you do overfill it, just take your tire pressure gauge and just push it in lightly to let some of the air out. Well, my tire's at the correct pressure, so I don't want to do that too much.